Hi, in this video, I want to review the childhood attachment strategies with you so that you can remind yourself where you think you are, and then lead you into a guided meditation to heal that old part of you that was adaptive during your childhood but is no longer useful for you now as an adult. So, when as children we experience consistent and reliable caregiving, what happens is that we develop trust. We develop trust in ourselves and trust in the world, so the world would meet our needs. And that is known as secure attachment, that we then adopt as a working model for our reality. We have self-worth, and we trust that we have agency in the world and that our needs will be met. In contrast, if our circumstances are less favorable as children, we may find ourselves with inconsistent caregiving. And our response to that can play out in two different ways. One way is that we develop avoidant attachment. And in avoidant attachment, we have felt so frustrated that our needs have not been met that eventually we decide that we'd better just rely on ourselves and that we don't need the other one. We don't need our caregiver, we don't need anything from the outside. And that is adaptive during our childhood, but can really have severe consequences for you as an adult, because it means that you're cut off from your emotions. It means that you're cut off from your bodily sensations to a large extent because it's all been too painful. So you've learned to disconnect. And as a result, you may fear intimacy, so that when there's connection and there's closeness, you may recoil and sabotage your relationships. Another way that we can respond to inconsistent caregiving, or indeed intrusive caregiving, is by developing anxious attachment. And in anxious attachment, what happens is that our whole attachment system gets revved up, and we're really looking for connection, for security, and we're constantly needing reassurance. And that can play out in the same way for us as adults, when we're constantly seeking reassurance, seeking comfort, and we may even become people pleasers as a result. So we've learned to disconnect from our needs and wants because they were not met for a large extent in childhood. So we're looking for comfort and reassurance outside of ourselves. And there's one more form of childhood attachment strategy. It's actually called disorganized attachments. In a way, it's a lack of strategy. And that develops in quite extreme circumstances of abuse, any kind of form of abuse. But the essence of it is that you as a child or a baby have been terrified of your caregiver. And that puts you in an impossible situation. On one hand, you are biologically and from evolution programmed to attach to your caregiver, to look for them for comfort. And at the very same time, that very same person that you look to is a source of threat, is terrifying to you. So this is completely an impossible situation for a child that fractures the sense of self and leads to unproductive behavioral patterns. And you can have a lot of issues with that as an adult, including dissociation. The good news is that all of these insecure attachment strategies, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized attachments, can be healed. And you can develop what is known as earned secure attachment. So you become securely attached, but that is something that you've worked on as an adult, and you find that in yourself. So in this meditation, which I will now offer you, I lead you into that part of yourself where you have remained completely whole and completely untouched by any trauma or any experience. So if you would like future videos with practical tips to get back into secure attachment, please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you find in the meditation. Thank you. So today I want to offer you a meditation that I will do with you. I'm in nature, and I suggest to you that you take the opportunity whenever you can to go into nature. Just being in nature by itself has a calming effect on our nervous system, and we go back to that part of ourselves that is in no way damaged, in no way traumatized, and is complete. And from there we can connect with others, with ourselves, with the natural world. So go ahead and close your eyes. Make sure that you're sitting comfortably or lying down. And turn the attention to the inside. Feel your body as it's here sitting or lying down. And experience any physical sensations. Maybe there's a tightness in the belly or heaviness in the chest. And maybe your throat area feels blocked. Just observe. If there's a tendency to judge, just observe that too. And notice that if you do not react, if you do not jump onto the judgment, that whatever it is that you noticed can be there. And may even change. Just by putting your non-judgmental attention in that area where there's perhaps a constriction. Just being there helps. You can also place a hand or both hands on a particular area of the body. And notice at the same time if there are any emotions arising. The emotion usually comes in waves. And if we adopt the same attitude towards it of just open awareness, without judgment, without having to push or to pull, to deny, to suppress, the waves maybe crash or maybe they subside. And anchor into this feeling that whatever it is that comes, be it a physical sensation or an emotion, your open awareness is there to receive it. It could be that you're full of thoughts at the moment. And that is also okay. The thoughts are just like waves in the ocean, and just like the emotions and the physical sensations can be observed and they can be identified with or not. And if you identify with a thought, it is as if you jump onto the thought and you ride along with it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you realize that that's what's happened. You can jump off. The more that we become aware of this quiet space inside of us that's always present, the less we're hijacked by the emotions. And the less the thoughts run away with us. The less the physical sensations overwhelm us. And if the mind is searching for this spacious awareness, know that it cannot be known as an object of thought, as an object of perception. It is the open field where the perception happens, where the thoughts and emotions and physical sensations are seen from. And it is that part of us that is never in lack, that can never be damaged. So I invite you now, as you open your eyes and slowly become aware again of your surroundings, to have the simultaneous experience of that open space of awareness, without any attributes, without any qualities, that is always at the basis of all experience. I hope with this meditation you feel more grounded, more calm, and ready to face your day. Thank you for watching.